Hello, everyone. It's August the 4th, 2019. You know what that means? It is the RPG A Day 2019, day 4, fourth prompt being share. And as everyone knows, sharing, I'll do just that. First, I want to say when I was on the way to the house here, I was thinking, what am I going to talk about? What does sharing mean? And it's when you find a loot in the game and you're splitting it up, I find it sometimes comical, or at least awkward, whenever I'm playing a character like a thief or something who may hoard something, who are somebody who's really arrogant and doesn't want to share, character wise. Yet I tend to feel very awkward at the table to take loot away. So that's probably the biggest issue I have with sharing at the table whenever I'm playing somebody, a character who wouldn't. But that isn't what this video is about, because I changed my mind last moment pulling up. I watched a video from Ivan, and it's really ultimately important. I found recently, back in the day, I never did session zeros, and this is what I'm talking about. Whenever before we do a game, especially any kind of campaign that's lengthy, it is vastly important to get together in a session zero before the game even starts. All players, the DM, everybody shares concepts, ideas, and expectations of what they want out of the game. If you do this and hash everything out and everybody finds a middle ground satisfactorily, then you're going to have a better experience overall, in my experience. So it is important to do that. If you just dump everything off onto the DM to supply your every, wants and needs and desires as far as on your end, without expressing that to him, not that he should, but I'm just saying, that's unrealistic to expect anybody to fulfill certain, it's a relationship. You got to state what expectations you have, and all players do on their end, as well as the DM, and everybody finds a middle ground. And then that's where everybody harmonizes together, and it goes along, to best effect for everybody. So, like I said, I never played that way before, but it was enriching. I mean, when we stopped and played Lamentations of the Martian Princess, which you can see that on Ivan's channel, Ivan Mike 1980, 86, 68. There you go. He's an old dog. We did a session zero, and we did a lot of talk before game, sharing things that really smooth things out. There was still some hitches, and we learned from that game, the whole campaign, to what other things that we needed to talk out and hammer out. And we'll be doing that with our next campaign going forward. So just improving upon the formula, as it were, and trying to make the gameplay better overall for the long run, for the long haul. You really need that, in a campaign setting. So anyway, that I felt was more, serious and appropriate to talk about. That need for a session zero, and even multiples, and even talking before the game gets rolling is important. Anyway, I will stop now, since it is 4:30, and see you guys tomorrow. And have a good rest of the weekend. All right. Talk to you later, guys.